Afflict Locks, Be Corruption, basically all 4 other ads, Vampiric Touch, all 4 other ads. And then for Affliction Locks, I have here UA assignments for one of the ads, because between corruptioning 4 ads, you still want to maintain your dots on the boss, and I want to make sure that's a priority. If you can fit the global in, you're also dropping UA. Once your dots are refreshed on the boss, basically just shadow ball any remaining ads, okay? Toxic in your case, once you Vampiric touch the 4 ads, you're basically just, same thing, refresh any dots on the boss if needed, then you're going into Mind Flay spam on any remaining ads that are still up. Okay, and that's specifically what I want from our caster DPS. And again, do not waste a global on ad 5. If you're not sure which ad 5 will be, because sometimes they spawn in slightly different positions, you can just, start dotting the ones on the opposite side. Then you wait till you see which one gets stunned, and then you know that's the one you're not going to dot. I think that's everything I wanted to cover for this fight. All right. I'm gonna throw up a ready check here. Anyone have any questions?
It's Are you starting or am I? And do you want me to use my shockwave on a specific ad or just try to get whatever I can maybe while they're coming? I don't know.
I would say you use it kind of just as a backup. We're doing Hodge into Shadow Fury, so you can shockwave if it's convenient, but we're not really planning around that.
So what's locks? Are we going to be soulstoning ourselves like on this, or?
Yes, yeah. It's a
Okay.
little. We have tons of locks, so you can just soulstone yourself here.
I'm sorry, did you say Are you starting or me?
Dets, we'll have you start. I just think the timing is. I already seen the timings of him going second, so we just stick with that.
Doesn't matter to me, really.
Okay. All right, so everyone's ready. Make sure you guys flask up. We have a feast, maybe? Wait, one.
We're lusting off the bat, right?
Yeah. Here we go. And then healers. I guess for this first pull, I'll try my best to kind of communicate exactly what I'm kind of thinking with healing assigns. My DPS is going to be pretty ass as a result, but I quickly want to get to a point where you guys are kind of independent and sort of communicating that among yourselves as you need. All right.
Who is Ricky Cockers? Oh, I love it.
Who do you think it is, man?
I'll give you one guess, bro.
Dude, I don't know.
I don't even know how he got that name.
Seriously. No, for real,
Everyone
who's it?
should type /PvP if you're not PvP flagged.
Yeah, please.
God, this RP is just awful.
I love it.
Holy shit, man.
I'm so dwarves.
That's when I know to pop my pot, man. Give it a sec and go.
First set of ads spawning soon. Much better. We did have star. I assume we had star file for that set, so that'll probably be our easier set. Next one will be a bit more difficult. Ads soon. Ads now.
It's not an heroic, I don't think.
Oh, it's not.
Oh shit! It's
Holy
not.
shit! All right, let's just die. Holy fuck!
No wonder resurgence.
Lol,
I was about to say,
like,
we're.
dude, this guy's
what
dying
the
quick.
Seriously,
Zesty!
holy shit!
Wait, don't
Bit-
jump
I
off.
wouldn't
Oh
jump.
yeah,
I
don't
wouldn't
jump.
jump. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
you're gonna be
jump.
like mine yesterday,
Dude,
dude.
you're
I
gonna
wouldn't
fucking.
I
jump.
already jumped.
Your shit's
Well,
gonna
good
be.
luck, brother.
Bro. I was like, damn, it's
Dude,
going pretty
I was like,
smoothly.
there's no way we're pumping this hard.
Dude, we're at 40%, no mark yet. I was like, we're killing it.
Dude, I was so tunnel vision on my job. I had no idea. I would
Oh.
have totally not noticed, and this bot thing would have just been dead, and we'd have been like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, we're fucked.
The second the comment got made, I was like, ah, okay, makes a lot more sense now.
Holy.
I didn't even notice what HP the boss is at. Someone said I looked up, we're at like 50% already. I was like, "Oh no, no, no."
I was like, why the fuck did we talk about this boss so much? We could have just winged it.
Just flashback to yesterday for an hour.
Nice warm up. Nice warm up.
Yep.
Good job, team. Good job.
Those ads exploded real fast.
Yeah,
I
was like,
okay,
you
okay.
need a fucking knockback.
That's good. I mean, again, that first, well, it was not heroic, so he
No,
died
yeah,
turbo fast.
Yeah.
But I think they
Alright,
have
now
like
time for the
50k less
real
health.
fun.
No, or something like that. Maybe more actually.
Now
Oh,
it's
what the
time for the
Yeah, way more.
real
500k, I
fun.
think. Oh, I forgot to mention this, but base, were you trapping on the ad sets? Like frost trap?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's why I have you up there to hit that.
Ah, oh, yeah.
Yo, I thought my game fucked up. I was like, what the fuck?
Scared me.
Just F in the chat, we all just got kicked immediately.
Where's Dets? Dets, are you here?
What? Yeah.
I can't buff you. What the fuck?
I'm like in our
God
spot,
damn it! Hold on.
tank spot.
Are you okay, bro?
Okay, that worked that time. That was really weird. I don't know. I was trying to buff it, wouldn't buff him.
I was gonna say, is
There's
that's
a-
gonna be fucked like
There's a fish
salt
feast in the
yesterday?
back near the portal if whoever needs it still.
Alright, go,
Alright.
go,
Real fight. Let's go.
You got 40 seconds to go eat.
Orbs.
Dwarves. DORF.
Woody, I want you to start, like out of my 12-yard range radius, and then move closer if you feel like you need to be closer to hit all the ads.
Okay.
Man, I had a good snapshot too.
No, Rav, I want kings, not Mike. Thank you.
There's a set of blood beasts spawning soon. Spawning now.
Oh, this is heroic.
Paladin, make sure you use your bops on any healers or casters when it's when you have the chance. So first one is on. Okay, so this is gonna be beacon 1 targets. Robin, this is you on 1 because it's a caster. Next set of ads spawning soon. Ads are up. Next mark's going out. Pick up Woody, good. All right, so Mari will have Robin here, that's fine. We still haven't had a melee mark yet, so order is normal. Spot buffs on Woody when we can. Next set of ads spawning in 2. Third mark is melee. Okay, so Robin, this is not going to be you. This is going to be Blinn, Snake, and Rem. Robin, you're going to get mark 4. Whatever that ends up being, so you'll be 1 and 4. Next set of ads spawning in 3. They're up.
Ah, fuck.
Now let's pick up
Yo.
base. Oh,
Yeah,
I see one die.
Tingle
Okay,
died.
go again. By the way, Zap, you're hot micing a decent amount.
Oh shit, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Numi can't reach Skull Ed. Which one is that? And what number? If you look at the sheet, 2, 3. We can actually, you know what? Because we can swap you with 3. We can move you closer to the boss. That's fine. So, Blinn and Numi, you guys can swap positions. Just because Blinn's just turbo chain healing the tank and doesn't really care about anything else.
Yeah, I pressed 3 buttons. So
Awesome. That way you'll be in range of everything. So Tingle's death there. Okay, this is basically just got clapped by Boiling Blood plus Mark. That's like, I don't know, you have to land a heal in that 1.2 second window, which is like not super reliable. It's hard for me to think of things we can do differently. I mean, Robin is just slamming Holy Lights.
That person has to hover Hellstone too, right?
Yeah, what I would add is I mean, Warlocks don't really have much in the way of defensives, but like if you're a class that gets targeted by, you have Mark and you get a Boiling Blood, definitely need a defensive. Otherwise, your ability to live will come into question. Warlock is tough because I mean he went from 80% to 0 in one market. Pretty difficult to work around that. I'm trying to think of things like I mean, a bot could have saved him. We could have thrown an external. Yeah, we really want to save our paints up for tanks. Just ready to check you while I get buffs up.
Someone mentioned using demon armor or something. If locks get a mark, maybe.
I don't think it's worth.
So who
No,
am I
okay.
swapping with? Where am I going? Am I healer 4 now? So behind
You
bots?
are range DPS 7. That's your new
range
spot.
DPS 7.
And then
All right.
Numi is healer 3.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. So I mean, I guess you could like swap to the armor, again demon armor if you get Mark plus Boiling Blood, but you lose a lot of offensive power from Fel armor that we actually need. So
But if you have Mark, it's probably worth it, right? And it's only going to be like maybe one, maybe two warlocks that have to do that.
yeah, it's actually a fair point.
It's probably value regardless, because just surviving is anything to help the Mark survive is just better, right?
I mean, I think it's swapping to demon armor, like when you get a mark, could maybe make a difference. I mean, it wouldn't have saved Pingle in that case. Like the only thing that saves him is an external or heal in a 1 second window. I'm just gonna start the RP, by the way. I'm not really sure what the answer is, but it's also just kind of an unlucky lineup. I think we just go again. I actually have to move a little bit more, Woody.
Yeah, I'm always here. I looked at the ground, so.
Yeah, warlocks don't start with demon armor for sure. You are Fel armor. I would only consider it if you get hit with a mark.
Yeah.
Even then, we're not sure if it's worth, but put Bobs on cooldown. First set of ads spawning soon. Ads are up. First marks out. It's on New Me. All right, so this is just Ravadan. Next set of beasts spawning soon.
It's immune. Oh, never mind.
Next mark's going out. It's on melee. All right, so Mari, you're skipping this one. This is going to be Snake Eyes, Rem, and Blin's Chains. Next set of Blood Beasts spawning in 5. Gnarls, pick me up. It's on Snake Eyes. Mari, this is you. Next set of Blood Beasts spawning soon. We had Numio down. Okay. It's Diamio again.
God, Numi.
Numi. Focus up, man.
Don't you have a meeting to go to?
Oh, dude, that was literally the exact same death as Tingle. That's so fucking depressing.
Dude, it lagged.
Oh, did you? Your
Yeah,
internet's
it was
going out?
laggy. Yeah,
Is
my
anyone else
internet's going
frozen
out.
as fuck right now?
Oh, shit.
I changed
kind
zones,
of.
dude. I crashed.
Jesus.
Is that good timing on like the knockbacks?
Yeah, I thought knockbacks were fine.
Okay.
I got drive-by autoed, which is unfortunate, but
What is there like some kind of AoE stun going off like a Warlock stun or whatever?
yeah, there is.
Okay.
There's initial Shadow Fury, right? And then I'm
Yeah,
trying to shockwave the back two when they come back again.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It makes sense. It just I was wondering why all my Hodges were 3-second stuns only, but that makes
Oh,
sense because of the DR.
Tingle should be waiting for your Hodge to go out before he Shadow Furies. We don't want the DR.
Yeah.
So
don't. Yeah. So
just give it a
basically,
second then.
they spawn, but they don't do anything for like a second. They just kind of stand there, and so I wait the second just to gain time, and then I Hodge it. So that's why the Shadow Fury is probably hitting before the Hodge.
Yeah, it's tricky because they start to move. So I mean, does the Hodge need to wait?
I mean, I think yeah. No, well, Hodge should be going out the moment they add spawn, right? The only reason you're waiting is if that's a bit slow. I mean, Tingle, you definitely want to Shadow Fury
can
all
do
your
it
mobs.
instantly. I just hadn't. No, I can totally do it instantly. It's no problem. I just honestly, I hadn't noticed the Shadow Fury like these last 2 nights. I just been like, and I haven't noticing the Hodge time either. It's probably been only being stunned for like 3 seconds this whole time. But usually it's dying in that time.
I'll try to wait, but I can only wait so long.
No, that's
last
fine.
night
You
felt
don't have
pretty
to.
good as a melee. You were hodging pretty quick, so just yeah, hodging good soon is good. Yeah, I don't know. I only know what else we can.
The damage from boiling blood, is it physical?
Yeah, like you could bop this person when they get boiling blood.
Well, because
and
it looked
Limmer at
like
the same time.
it looked like Tingle and Numi died when the boss was over 80 runic power or blood power or whatever. Because I think that's when the damage starts to ramp up, right? So
Okay.
would it make sense to like if it's at 80, bop a warlock or something when we get to that third mark or whatever it is?
Yeah, that could be a preventive measure. The only potential issue is that it's like a band-aid solution, because let's say a warlock gets a mark early on the fight, there's going to be multiple 80 plus energy moments that they'll have to sit through. But maybe it makes sense. I mean, would paladins feel more comfortable having bop, like hanging onto bop as a tool? Or what's the cooldown on it? 5 minutes? Okay, so yeah. All right, that's okay. Well, there's the answer. I think I just don't think we have any way to combat this RNG right now. We just have to hope that we get better mark lineups. No ready check. I'm just starting the RP. It's long as fuck. Let's go.
Yeah, start the RP. I have two quick questions. So on the last 2 attempts, it seems like whenever the boss is at 100 energy, it's attacking me. I don't know if that's like RNG that.
No,
or
that
it's just
basically is
the
going to
lineup.
happen. If you start, it's going to happen like that often.
Yeah, so that seems like maybe if this doesn't work next poll, we should think about doing something different. And also, I can either pretty reliably stun the right 2 or the back 2 after Shadow Fury. Seems like the back 2 are better because the right one dies quicker. But if Range has any feedback after this poll,
I forget why you had me going second, Shin.
It was like so you could bot without worrying about it. You can tank first though if you want to try this time.
Okay. Do you want me? Well, next time.
why,
Next time.
why don't we do the next poll next?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do next time.
Sure. First set of blood beasts spawning soon. Bits, I'm not sure why you had threat on the ad. Just be careful. Make sure you're hitting the correct one. First mark is out. It's on a melee. All right, so this is going to be the Snake and Co mark. Robin, you're bumping your marks back one. So you're 2 and 4 now. Next set of Blood Beast spawning in 2. Next mark's on Perry. This is Ravadan. It's actually a good lineup. Perry's pretty tanky. Next ad spawning soon. They're up. Next mark's out. It's on Toxic. That's Mari's.
Oh shit.
Teutonic. I got it.
Next ad spawning soon. Ads are up. And 4 is Ravadan's. Ravadan has 2 and 4. Ire, so you're going to tank this next set. Once you're finished tanking, it's going to be your DI on 4, okay? So as soon as Vets taunts off you. And then Ravadan, once 4 gets DI'd, you'll be getting 5.
Just call it a target if you can.
It's hard. It's easy pickings, I think.
Okay.
Okay, Beavis.
So just pick up Snake.
I don't see easy pickings. What the fuck?
He's
Oh, there
4.
it is. Got him.
You're going to take
Shield
big
wall.
heals on. Big heals on
I
Dets.
died right away.
B-Res Ire. Gnarls. Dets, you're going to eat some.
Be out of CDs in 2 seconds.
Close.
Yo.
Top Ire off.
I taunted.
Blood Beast spawning
Easy
soon.
pickings,
Yo.
Okay, let's go again. Let's go again. Well, how did he die? Did he not get DI'd?
Oh, my DI went off. No, did not taunt. I have to look at why I died.
You got meleeed by the bomb.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't die though. I didn't taunt though. Because I was battle res almost immediately and could taunt again. Would have been on cooldown unless death resets it.
Oh, we clicked off DI. Make sure we don't click off DI then. We're intentionally DIing people to make the rest of this fight a little bit more easy. So
Yeah, that's my fault. I have a macro set for that shit.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like you had to have taunted the boss. I don't think there's any other way you would just get threat like that. Might
I'm
probably
trying to.
just
Is
like
there a log? I'm
Fatfinger or
trying to look
something.
through the.
I'm not live logging.
I have live logs.
That
Fitting
time felt
action
better
has
though.
I mean, I didn't try to taunt. Maybe by fat finger or something.
Also, Ire, do your raid frames show you the mark numbers like the Foji? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's pretty difficult for me to see the names since the number is like smack in top of the frame. So I want to make sure we're seeing the same thing, so I can just call the number and you hit it.
Okay, I don't have the thing.
Okay. Can you? It's just the most recent FOGB core pack.
Yeah, so going back to what we talked about before, pulling, it seems like with this lineup, I'm almost always tanking when it's at 100 power. It seems like it might be, I haven't died yet, but it seems like it might be easier for healers if we swap. I don't know.
We can try having Ire go first. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Snake pulled threat. That's something that can happen now that we're kind of leaning on Marks a bit earlier on.
Yeah, it's the first time that happened.
Why don't we? Oh, hey Woody, I didn't mention this before, but can you put amplify magic on people?
Sure, the whole raid?
It's gonna take a fucking long time, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
that's fine, but do you want it on the whole
Yeah,
raid?
yeah.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Snake, I think we should probably have you stand outside of melee then. Because the solution isn't for you to heal less. So maybe you stack with somebody else. Like maybe you stack with sweaters on RDPS spot 3. And just gives you a bit more time to not get hit and die. We can have 2 people stack on top of each other, it's fine.
Okay, and the numbers just show up on the raid frame, yeah?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc.
Okay.
Pallies, can I trust you guys to call out marks? Do you feel like you need me to kind of walk you through it, or do you think you've got an idea of sort of beacons and not just Pallies, but also Rem and Snake seeing for the first melee? Is that all clear?
I can't really call it anything.
Yeah.
Other than like I just need you to let me know when you want the DI to go out.
Yeah, I'll communicate specifically who your or like your mark number and when to DI.
Yeah, just give me one
Type
second,
in.
guys. Just give me a minute.
Also, anyone know the percent of the boss before it got healed?
It was like sub 20.
It's like 19 or so.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
close.
fuck. Okay, this boss is very dead.
It says 20 on the logs.
Sorry, this is like okay. There we go. All right, you want me starting this time?
Wait, Cockers is
Yeah.
down on
It's fine. Just play
exhaustion.
forward.
Whose warlock pet is this? I can't buff.
We just go. Probably mine. I'll move in.
Sorry, Cockers.
It's fine. We actually have 2 paladins. Yo, Blinn, can you lust like 30 seconds into the fight? Or actually,
Yeah, I can lust.
maybe,
If you want.
maybe
I don't need the fucking mana. I have so much mana. I'm chilling.
how about
I can do it because
3
I
minutes
can
in for
watch
Gargle?
him.
Oh yeah, sure. So Blinn, you're just gonna lust on pull then, and then Zappy will do a lust for pencil.
All right. I lust on pull.
Yep.
Okay, the MDs are not on me.
Less. Let's
I was watching.
First set of blood beasts spawning soon. They're up. First mark's out. It's on Toxic. This is just Robin. I said I was going to trust you guys, but I didn't. Nah, it's unfortunate. Next set of Blood Beast spawning soon. Next mark's on Rit. Okay, good. So this is going to be the non-pally one. Meaning Mari now has 3 and Robin's looking for 4. Spot also Numi if we can. Next up, Blood Beast spawning soon. Ads are out. Sweaters, can you pick up Tingle? Third mark's out. It's on Numi, so this one is Mari's. Next set of Blood Beast spawning soon. Super important that Numi has 4 and Kings and shit. Fourth one is on Mari. That's Providence. Okay, the next mark that comes out, Snake and Rem, you're going to cover that one as well as number 2. Okay, so you're going to be on 2 of these. Boss is frenzied. Ads are out.
It's on Gnarls.
Okay, yeah, it's going to be Iris DI when he can. When he can't get it, Numi's dead.
I'm dead.
Okay, we go again. Die, dude. I don't know how to combat that, man. You're dead in 1 second. That's so unfortunate.
Have you tried not dying?
No,
Mark.
Just Mark and Dot. Blowing blood.
I mean, it's just the melee can live. It's just the range during frenzy, right? So just burn DIs on warlocks and shit when frenzy goes off.
It seems, yeah, that could be. I guess that's a move. We were gonna send DI. I was tanking, so I was waiting for him to get the taunt off, and I was gonna call for his DI on. I was gonna call for it on 5, but I guess yeah, we just try to DI warlocks.
You just hold it until frenzy and then DI the warlocks because the melee group feels fine.
Yeah, it sucks though because warlocks are fucking execute classes, and then you just DI
Yeah.
them. But we need to live, so I think our damage is fine.
Was it significantly different healing me versus Death's when he's got high energy healers, or is it like basically not an issue? I was gonna say maybe swap it back because it's a little bit annoying because very often I have to taunt right when the fucking mobs are coming out.
Yeah, that's.
So like it's not it's not
I
ideal.
just assume that you take less damage than me, but if it's the same, then we can go back.
If it feels the same to the healers, then it's probably like I don't like we're not wiping because we're dying.
It hasn't mattered at all, honestly.
Okay.
I've been cleaving off the marked targets instead of the tanks just because you guys are taking so little damage.
I would prefer Death's first.
Sure.
Just a lot,
Yeah,
it's
fine.
just a lot cleaner for, and I can actually if you don't want to cool down when he's I can hand a sack you as well. You just want to call for it when you need it.
Yeah, I have CDs for everything until the enrage, and then that's when it really starts mattering, I think, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, good point. I did mention during the pool. It actually fucking turbo importance doing spot buffs like that. Do you roll Sax AM Devo during the frenzy? Yeah, it's generally a good button press. Although by the time we're in the final 30%, it's healers struggle to be able to forward GCD to press DSAC or AM Devo.
I'm also using mine as a tank cooldown, but you know, we can use it another way if needed.
Call for D-Him. Sure, I'd say anytime during frenzy. I see the logic to pressing DSAC at the end of the fight, but I'm just not convinced that it's inherently better.
I feel like it would be DSAC at the start of Frenzy, right? And then into D-Him.
I mean, D-Him is kind of like... Well,
We could also Lust Frenzy too, right?
with our strat, not really, because we're DIing people. So we're gonna have... We want to DI or less at the start when we have everyone still hitting the boss. Sure, I think we can...
Hit it.
Yeah.
I can just hit it at like 10% or something or whatever.
All right, let's just have you... I think we can... Why don't we just play for the DSAC on the transition, on the frenzy, just DSAC into D-Him. Just use those buttons early.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Okay, so by the way, for the start of the fight tricks here, we're going back to deaths.
All right, Death Singing first.
I mean, I could hand a sack a mark, but it only lasts 12 seconds.
Yo, Pencil, can you stack with the melee, please, after you're done eating?
Wait, huh? What?
Can you stack with the melee? Awesome.
Sorry.
Very good. We actually do have 2 D-Hims. Yeah, I think that's better value than I made it seem out to be. So just for clarity, on the 30% transition, it'll be Iris DSAC into Rems D-Him, and we'll go to Toxic D-Him.
When is that gonna be?
After Rems D-Him. I'll try to coordinate it. We may stall if the boss is low in energy. We want to use that combo at higher energy stacks. Otherwise, that's what we're doing. First Blood Beast spawning in 2. First mark going out. It's on melee, so all of our paladins just bump our marks down 1. Next set of Blood Beasts spawning at about 4 here. Next mark's going out. It's on parry. That's a good one. Ravadan's on that. Next set of Blood Beast spawning in 4. Up now. It's not a snake. That's Mari's. Next set of marks coming out soon. Ads are out. New mark is on 4. It's Rem. Rem is in melee, so this is Robin's Beacon, and Rem's in melee. That's a good lineup. Okay, so after you finish this next taunting stint, you're looking to DI, heal Ire, and be res debts.
Soulstone.
Gotta get debts up.
Pop debts
On
off,
it.
and then Destiny needs you to taunt back. Good.
Want me to DI what number? Sorry.
Hit 2. Go now.
Shield wall.
Sorry, they call. And take your Soulstone. And spot bless on
Take
Ire
my
when you
Soulstone.
can.
I'm dead.
Okay, go again.
Taunt it.
Oh, we're dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed the number call on that one.
I didn't call for the DM. Sorry, I was caught up in the
He was also transitioning right when
sauce.
I was supposed to hit the sack when he was transitioning, but that was when you were calling the DI, so I couldn't
Yeah.
hit the sack.
I think I'll maybe I try to call. I think that transition's rough. I think I call for your DI earlier, and we just take not having a DPS earlier. So it'll probably be around like 40% on the boss.
Yeah, sure. That'll be better because it's going to be a lot more hectic for me in the last 30% anyway. So be a lot better. Just got to make sure I got full rebuffs.
Well, so we did finally have a tank death. Let's go.
Would we benefit at all from lusting at 30% to use as like a healing CD rather than for damage?
I don't think so. I think there's more value having the fight end faster be by using less on pull when
Yeah.
everyone is not DI'd.
True.
I had shield block and trinket up when I died, but I hadn't used shield wall yet.
I mean, Sammy, I think is fine. Like, I don't hate your choices there. It's just kind of, yeah. I'm not really sure what else. Such small, slim margins. I think like that lineup there is where Feral Druid might be better because I think they might live those 2 back-to-back hits without a heal, which like might be the difference, but just because they have a massive health pool. Although to be fair, this is the first time you've died, so I feel like we just live with it.
You have armor pots, right?
Yep.
Okay. Just trying
Might
to
have
think of
forgot to
anything.
use a second one there. I always pre-pot, but I might have forgot to use a second one.
Gotcha.
Okay, sorry, repeat. Looking toxic, dude. That's good.
It's the might of the alliance.
First set of blood beasts spawning in 3. Ads are up. First mark's going out. It's on 1. So that's going to be Rabadon's. I think that's toxic. Yeah. Blood beast spawning now. Next mark's out. It's on 2. So Mario, you're going to skip this one. Ads spawning in 2. Ads are up. Ardent went off.
Yep. You can repot now.
Rogue mark is good. That'll be Mari's. Calc is pretty tanky. So I want Mari, you're gonna blood be spawning soon. Mari, you're gonna get the next mark. Can you get this one? And we'll leave healers, Rem and Snake. You guys will be doing 1. Sorry. 2 and 3. And you guys shouldn't need to get another one. So 4 is Mari. And then 5 will be Ravadin, although we're probably going to DI that. I was late on the DI call, so it's going to be after this next tank set higher.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be
what
getting
turn? Hymns.
higher. Can you DSAC if possible?
Yep, I did.
Good. And then you're going to chain this DSAC. Blood be spawning now. Mark target dead. We
Mark
go again.
died.
Yep.
Oh fuck. Do you want me to just fucking pick one? At like 40
Dude, I keep
something percent?
yeah, I keep missing it. Like if you can really, we want you to pick a range before then, like either toxic or parry would be good. So yeah, you can pick one. I think that's fine. Just make sure you communicate when you do, so that the healer on that assignment knows to like bump theirs to the next one type thing.
Yep. Yeah, basically as soon as I'm in anyway, I'll eyeball it. The DI, you mean? Yeah. No, I'll give you a call out. Basically, I'll like while I'm tanking, I'll be looking, and then I'll call it out, and then as soon as that's taunts, that's when it'll go off. I'll tell you what I'm picking, and then I'll tell you when I'm casting it.
I feel like I'm also being too greedy with it. I mean, we haven't even gotten our DI off really successfully yet. We keep dying before then. I think it's a good idea to press it earlier. I like that. And then like I think it was a good example of greed was me being like, Omar, get somebody else that isn't Calc. I think we just played out with Mario on that.
I need to do a quick AFK. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I think what I'll do for the melee is all the ranged have specific healers, so the melee don't. They're just getting cleaved. I'll probably Earth Shield one and just chain off the other when we get to enrage. Just otherwise,
How have you been using Earth Shield up to this point?
I've been putting it on either warlocks who get mark or priests. I could put it on tanks, but it's pointless on tanks.
Okay.
Because you're switching so often, it costs too much mana. I get full value off of, like if I put it on a melee, I cleave off of them or the other melee.
Right. Yeah, I don't hate this, especially if it's the melee that like is your assign early on. That could work.
So like if I had Earth Shield Calc there instead of on Toxic, he would have been 3,000 or 4,000 health in the green instead of 600 overkill.
Yeah. I mean, Calc is pretty tanky because he can like reduce a lot of the damage done. I
It's
don't
like a
hate
health pool thing for him versus like the DKs and warriors and stuff. Like they can take 2 full hits and the rogues just can't.
Yeah, the damage is spiky because you don't have 100% faint uptime.
I think if it's like a Shadow Priests are actually kind of like a bit tankier than normal Clothies. So I would say Earth Shield on Rem or an Afflict Lock or Desert Lock is high value. Otherwise, choosing a melee, like you said, is good. Quickly check here because I think people over AFK'd a bit.
So you want me to prio a range over anyone else, basically?
That's usually yes, yeah.
A range DPS, yeah. Okay.
Jamie, you there? Oh, somebody else wasn't ready. Oh, Woody, you there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys get like the best fucking RNG ever last week or something?
I don't know. We killed it in like I think it was 4 attempts. It
We're just
wasn't.
better.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's probably
Kind
right.
of crazy.
we had a really good tank.
That's what it was.
I'm just kidding.
First set of Blood Beast spawning in 7. Blood Beast spawning. First mark's going out. It's on Robin. Robin gets Robin. Easy. Next set of Blood Beasts spawning soon. Blood Beast up. Next mark is on melee. All right, this is the melee one then. Mari's going to 3. Robin's going to 4. Next set of Blood Beast spawning in 5.
You can repot.
Next mark's out. This one's on Numi. This is Mari's.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm done tanking. I'm gonna hit one. Can I
Hit
Numi?
Numi. Yeah.
Okay.
So Mari, then you're bumping yours to 4, and Robin, you're bumping yours to 5. Robin said, "Here you go again."
Oh, damn it. I'm so excited to actually get through a cycle of DI res and keep going.
Robin, you went from 100 to 0 in 2.5 seconds without healing yourself. I feel like that's not great.
Did your beacon fall off by chance?
Okay. Refresh beacon when the boss is like at no energy. Refreshing. I actually don't know how much energy the boss had when he went down, but yeah, pressing beacon when the boss is high on energy is like almost a guaranteed death. We'll do a quick break. People are taking some bios. Quick BRB, quick BRB. Also, something I thought of. But Robin and Mara, you guys here? Question mark. Yeah. Another thing too is when the boss reaches 100 energy, he hard casts Mark. It's like a 1.5-second cast on a random person. During this time, he doesn't do any damage. So this is like that's a good moment to refresh your beacon if ever you're not sure where to do it. Still have 30 seconds left to break, but break check Sue's back. Yep. Everyone gets to delete PTR after tonight. Let's go.
We're not doing
10
10 mans
mans
after
more?
those?
Oh, that's true. 10 man? Oh, yo, 10 man. Let's go. Whenever Calc and Toxic and Snake get back, we go.
Does the stamina buff from Sanctuary and King stack?
Nope.
No.
No.
You just get the agility from kings that you don't get from Sanctuary and the 3%.
Is there a reason the rogues don't have Sanctuary on them? For the 3% DR? Hmm. Yeah, makes sense.
Calc's back. Who was it? Toxic and Snake. Those two.
Could give Sank to the Warlocks and shit though, instead of Might. I don't know if they have it already, but
I have it as
They have it
Overwatch.
already.
I could use Sync instead
Toxic,
of
you there?
Might, I
Oh,
guess.
no, she's sitting down.
Sweaters.
I see Toxic moving, starting repeat.
Yeah, you could take Sweaters' might off and put on Sank for sure. Have to spot buff though.
Sweaters?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
Boomy.
balanced today.
Got you, bro.
Thank you.
I already put Sank on some casters and shit because they don't need might. 3%, you never know.
You
You don't know
never
me,
know,
dude.
dude.
I need might.
He's that
Nah,
melee
you're mighty
weaving
enough.
warlock.
I'm melee weaving.
I mean, you need to live.
Bro,
Live, dude.
fucking live for once, dude.
Whoa.
Did you use your Hellstone? You press it personal?
I actually did, yeah.
That's crazy.
One of the attempts I did actually.
Look alive.
I'm out of here.
Flash
Doji's,
he
I'm out.
quit.
I said the thing, guys.
Yo, Boppingtons?
First set of Blood Beast spawning in 8. Blood Beast spawning in 2. First marks out. It's on melee. This is the melee people.
I'm the melee people.
Let's go.
That's me. Yo, I wish this counted as magic damage.
First set of, or next set of Blood Beast coming out soon. It's out. Next marks out.
Double DK,
Alright.
that's huge.
This is Robin. Robin, you get 2. Melee are big. Love that. Next speed of beasts in about 5 here.
We can repot.
Next marks out. It's on Calc. That's Mari's. After this taunt set? Yeah. Right now, as things stand, I would get 2. Actually, I would get 1. I would get 1. Okay.
Okay, I'll get plague.
Yep. Adds out.
I got him. I hit him.
Things that
Soulstone.
Ooh.
On Ire.
I need buffs.
Snake Eyes pick up random. Still doable. Plays out. Spot off some people that die if we can. Robin, you are 4, by the way. Oh, all right, you go again. Or actually, we're just gonna do normal. Move on. Like, we've seen enough of this fight. I want to proc something else.
How did you die? That's just getting fucked. Yeah, you just got fucked. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, I only had shield block up at the time, I think.
Yep.
But
Yeah, I probably should have waited one more set for the hand because it was at like 80 energy, whatever. You look like you're taking mega hits, so I sacked you the round before.
yeah, I shield welled the round before when I usually save it for the last one. I mean, it saved it for under 30%, so I wouldn't have had it. Wouldn't have used it there either way. But...
Are you playing Shield Wallglyph, Dets?
No.
It might be a good Shield Wallglyph fight, because then it gives you multiple tools to use for lineups of high energy tanking. But, I don't know. I'm sure you lose for it.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like I've been dying that often above 30%. So I've been saving shield wall the whole almost every pull for sub 30%, except for that one. I was stuck at 10-20% for a couple seconds there.
Sure. That's fine. We move on. I think we've seen this fight enough and kind of know how to do it. Deaths we're having now are just like tank deaths for tanks that are filling roles they don't usually fill. With a healer comp that isn't our usual healer comp. So
I'm sorry.
move on at this point.
Are you attacking me right now?
I mean,
I heard you
I'm not saying you're the rat in the raid.
Hey, I'm not
kinda
bottom
saying
mid,
you're the
alright?
rat in the raid.
He labeled you rat.
Lol. Wait a minute. Who's the shaman?
I don't know. Who is that guy?
It's Shin. He's dual boxing.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Actually, you know what? I gotta change specs back now.
Whoa. Yeah, that's not the right thing.
I like how it asks me again. Hey, do you want to blah blah blah? Oh, wait a minute. Do I need to be Stunny Boy here still?
Yes.
Ah, fuck me. Okay. Does it take off? It does. That's so annoying.
Okay, I'm gonna start Pete.
okay. We'll be okay, I guess. Just need a 10-minute Kings ref. Okay.
No DI is necessary. We just kill the boss. Also, no weird tech. Robin, you just get 1 and 3. Mari gets 2. That's spawning soon.
Oops.
Blood Beast spawning now. Blood Beast spawning in 3. Blood Beast spawning soon.
Oh my god, we did it.
Woo! Alright, don't die to the gas when you zone in.
Later.
Jesus Christ. What? Okay, now I can change specs.
Alright, straight to cancel. Let's go.
I'm going across, eh?
Oh, this is some weird shit. Whatever.
I followed the gang.
Followed
You
Jamie,
followed her.
dude.
Yeah,
We
Jamie
might
led us over.
pull. We do not pull.
Hold on.
Wow.
Hold on.
What the fuck are we doing?
Sweater.
Yo, stop. Chill here. Chill here. We need a tank. In case we pull something.
I'm here.
We're good. You have like 5 seconds.
Good, now can just swap to bear, dude.
Nah,
We're gonna pull this for sure. For sure. Yep.
It's coming.
Okay. Let's take it to the edge. We'll get the second Valkyrie coming probably in like 20 seconds, so let's deal with this now.
Oh, I want to change back to her up.
No, it doesn't matter.
Gotta
Smash.
practice though.
There's one more back there.
There's a mob in the back, guys. Don't go forward.
Also grab this Valkyrie. It's marked skull coming around. Yo. Alright, let's go. I'm not sure this trash does, but it hurts. Interrupt, lich slap.
Grip. Oh,
Fucking banished.
Where's the pat? It's on the... Let's pull this left pack quick and then LOS back here.
You want the left, you said?
Yep, just before the pat comes to it.
Stunned. Sapped for 5 more seconds.
I got an ad loose in the back. Bro, that grip was crazy.
Stunned at the bottom stairs.
What the...
These guys purging us or some shit?
Hmm?
Those mobs like purging our buffs or something?
I don't know.
I had to like rebuff a whole bunch of people. Weird. Incoming. God, this trash is so annoying.
I really don't know what it does, but it kills people for sure.
I get stunned for 6 seconds. I can't be dispelled, and then people start pulling threat and get dying. So
Oh,
It's
free
probably
action
used for
potion?
tanks.
That would be hype. We can probably just run into this. I don't think we
yeah,
have
but
to pull back.
I could fat, but it's like they'll just do it. They do it like every, I don't know, 30 seconds or so.
I went
And then
DPS.
the
So
next pull will do
probably
it.
maybe 2 or 3 tanks is better.
Like I'm stunned right now. I can't pull these. I can't grab those two.
Sounds like a gnarls angle, dude.
That's
Just have
not
to
what
have
I'm
2
hearing.
tanks pumping. That's all.
Right. I'm gonna swap over to my paladin. Mar, if you have the stam gems on your alt, do you mind hopping over real fast?
I actually have them in my mailbox.
My paladin will be in Dalaran. So that works out.
I mean, I could go to Dalaran, but you could also come here.
Oh, it's in Perry Dotto's mailbox?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you can you just hearth out and then I'll pick him up off you. Oh, I still have lead. I think Zaps has assist. Yep. Okay, technically the assignment sheet, there are a bunch of positioning assignments. I'll go through them in a bit more detail later, but familiarize yourself with the sheet now so you have an idea of what I'll be talking about. Awesome. Thanks, Ann.
Question: Can if the flame orb's on a mage, can nobody soak the flame orb and I just take it solo?
You can, but you have to be out of the raid. Otherwise, it'll do AoE. It does AoE damage to everyone near you. So you're still running out with it.
Yeah, so I still run out, like get out to the side, but then like people don't have to take it, right? If I can block it.
Yeah. Although, don't worry about like not pulling the flame orb through the group. Holy fuck, is Largence. Thank you. Because the damage the flame orb does to everyone else is actually like almost like negligible, next to nothing.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, we have an extra paladin now. Hell yeah.
okay. So I'm going to be. I want you on Keliseth. That's going to be on Valinar. I'm going to be on Tal'Darim. I specifically want to be on Tal'Darim because I want to mess around with the tank position for that one. He might beat me up. I might. I hope he doesn't hit me too hard. If he does, then I'll probably have to swap with Ire. But we'll see how it goes.
Kelseth's the orb boy, right?
Perry, stay on the warlock for now. I'll let you know if we want you to swap. It's a couple moving parts. I would need to make that work. We'll start with 5 healers for now. Heliseth is the shadow boy. Yeah, so you're hitting ball boy.
Shit, do you not have pally power?
Nope.
Oh god.
I did. Actually, I can install it real fast. I'll do it maybe between pulls or something. Okay, let's look at the sheet. So,
Oh, you want to fix buffs? That's why.
yeah, I hear you. Just give me something very easy for now, and then I'll worry about it between pulls. Okay, so our positioning for the first Valnar being empowered is going to see on the leftmost image. Healers are loosely spread in the middle, and we're gonna have loose positioning assignments. So if you look at the image, you'll see your RDPS1 base god X is to the bottom left of the picture, right? You can find where you're supposed to be. Same thing with healers. We don't have a 6 healer right now. Parry. I think that works out. Okay, sounds good. Whatever, just look at the sheet, find where you're supposed to be. We don't have healer 6 right now, so that spot doesn't exist. The idea for this fight is similar to Sarfang. We want to be / range 12. Yeah, I'll sank people in a sec here. If you're a ranged player, specifically, and you can't reach the boss while maintaining range 12 from like the healers in front of you, that's okay. You can stand closer to them. You only need to run away during Empowered Shock Vortex. This is the knockback that happens. And the same thing applies to all ranged players and healers. If you're within 12 yards of somebody, again, that's okay, but ideally you want to move out of 12 yards during the Empowered Shock Vortex cast. Otherwise, you'll take damage and be knocked back really far ways. It's okay if you get hit by one other person. With 25 people in the raid, it's hard to avoid everyone getting knocked back. But we want to try and mitigate that as much as possible. So hopefully this positioning will help that. Middle picture shows the melee positioning for Empowered Shock Vortex. So DKs, in order to cover that distance, you might need to run out like a second or two before the first Empowered Shock Vortex, which I know is going to be super unfortunate, but I think you're the best classes to run out early, given that your damage profile doesn't really have you doing much. And like your diseases and gargoyles and pets are doing all your damage anyways. And then I have melee specifically out, stacked in kind of groups, where you want to be hit by that one person and nobody else. Warlocks. So for base and fearsome, since you two haven't seen this fight before, well, what you guys are going to be responsible for is preventing the orbs from hitting the ground. So you'll see I've assigned warlocks to kind of different sections, and you are responsible for looking in that section and stopping kinetic bombs from hitting the ground. What you do is, the easy way is to assign a pet to one of them. That way it'll auto attack it, pushing the kinetic bomb up every time it receives damage or takes damage. If your pet is nowhere close to it, you might have to send like an instant cast ability, like a death coil or something. Base, I want you covering sort of the stage area. So you are range DPS 1, kind of near the stage. When Valnar isn't empowered, you can stand kind of almost on the stage. Say, for example, when like Kelseth is empowered. You can kind of use that space, and same sort of idea. You're putting your pet on an orb if it comes up and watching that. My hope is that between our 3 flick locks and 1 hunter, there's plenty of coverage to prevent the kinetic bombs from hitting the ground. This ability is more important than your damage. While you learn it, I would 100% prioritize just looking around, scanning for the orbs, above trying to optimize your damage in this fight.
Got it.
When Taldarim is so we know what to do when Valnar is empowered. When Taldarim is empowered, we're gonna have all range stack roughly in the middle of the room. Now this is why I want to be tanking Taldarim, is because I want to kind of mess with the positioning. But what that's gonna look like is, so Dets, you're on Valnar. You'll notice that we're kind of swapping positions. So I'm going to the middle and you're going to like my spot.
Yeah, to the right as we face the room.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're gonna swap positions. I'm gonna basically range are trying to group up, but I'm also trying to position boss such that it's about 30 yards from the ranged, so that I'm not having to make them move too much. Once we're in this kind of configuration, each empowered flame orb that goes out, it should target somebody in the ranged or healer stack. If you're targeted, you're going to run backwards. The reason for this is that when the flame orb travels through people, it dissipates in damage and will hit players in the clump. Now we're gonna just try having only the range soak. But if we feel like our range players are taking too much damage from this ability, we might have our melee DPS try soaking as well, which can be a little awkward. But the way you do that as a melee is you have to kind of run with the orb for a little ways. If you're a class that has an immunity, like Woody pointed out earlier, he can just block, right? That's good. Use that ability. Empowered Flame Orb hits very hard, and if it doesn't get soaked properly, it will one-shot you. We're gonna play around trying to get it soaking properly, but that's sort of the idea. Then the only other... Yo, what's up?
Will the flame orb come from Tal'Daram, or will it spawn in a random point of the room and then?
It spawns on Tal'Daram.
Okay, so like if I'm seeing that picture correctly, we're all stacked in the middle, right, as ranged healers. Could I move out? Could I just blink out to the right, like to a pretty decent distance, like past the blink, and then just have the orb come to me, block it before it gets to me?
Yeah, and to be fair, you actually don't have to stack because you have a way to immune the ability. But if you choose not to stack up, you have to have something you can use. So for example, Woody could stay out with block, Toxic can stay out with dispersion, but those abilities are on cooldown, you have to be in the stack.
Yeah, for sure.
Then the only other picture that's in here that I haven't drawn is Keliseth, and that's because Ire is going to be running all over the place collecting orbs. And so when Keliseth becomes empowered, Ire, I just want you to kind of drag Keliseth to a fairly central point in the room, and then we will DPS off that. If you need to run around to collect new orbs, I mean, you can do that. Ideally, it would be nice if we could have another ranged DPS kind of bring orbs to you. Just the more planted you are, the better uptime we have from the rest of our raid. But the only thing going on during Keliseth being empowered is Ire taking damage. So that part is at least pretty chill.
Yeah, if ranged want to bring orbs towards me, that works. That's for sure.
But okay, that's sort of the general gist of things. There's going to be a lot of this fight. Oh, I do have these. Okay. There's like a lot of chaos going on. Oh, thanks for that, Raviden. Let me update that real fast. Healing assigns aren't entirely accurate.
So you have me out on Empowered Shock Vortex because I guessing I was DPSing. Should that be Zap or another melee DPS or something to stack with bits?
Yeah, good call. Let's have that be Zap. Good call. Okay. We'll do something like this. So, Ravinen, you're going to beacon me. And then, by the way, both Holy Paladins, when Keliseth becomes empowered, you just start dumpstering heals into Ire.
Is there any, also, since you don't have a picture here, is there any reason for the other tanks to move if Keliseth is empowered?
Not really. Nothing happens when Keliseth is empowered apart from him dealing damage to the tank.
Yeah, you just said it's gonna go to the middle of the room. I just didn't know if I should get out of the way or.
Those knockback tornadoes still go out, don't they?
They do on individual targets, yeah. So I mean, if you're
still means the whole group might have to move though, right? If it's near the clump.
Yeah. And then for the rest of the raid so just so we're clear, Valnar we're spread. Keliseth we are. Sorry, Aldarim we're stacked. Keliseth we're kind of doing like this hybrid spread stack, just anticipating whatever comes next, right? But okay, that's all on cover. Everyone's ready. Okay, let's pull timer here.
No. You need to sank everyone. Oh, you did sank everyone. Okay.
Yeah, I did. There's gonna be RP, so I'm just gonna trigger the RP and we'll pull.
Do you have a flask on?
I don't.
So
I'm gonna.
you may have went over.
Stay back. Stay back. I'm not gonna pull yet.
Do you need a flask?
With
I have one.
with the shock vortex with the two people that stack on each other, so I guess they're just assuming they're gonna get knocked back from that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. That's just going to be unavoidable damage they take.
Okay.
Sorry, who am I assessing?
I'll fix that here.
You're gonna say look at the sheet, huh?
I was looking at the sheet for sure.
Go ahead, take a look at the sheet.
Okay, sheet's updated. All right, we pull timer, real pull timer. Go on tank. First empowered vortex now, get out. Okay. Let's go again.
We got slowed in melee.
Ah, all right, that's actually a mechanic of front cover. So, Rem, something we have to look out for this fight is the glittering sparks. It'll be used at random times throughout the entirety of the fight. It's particularly dangerous when Valinar's empowered. It's a frontal cone that the boss will do on a random player. So if he targets the melee, all of the melee will have a slow, and they won't be able to get out in time for empowered vortex. So I think something that's good to just get in the practice habit of doing is just slam a massive spell right either before or when the empowered vortex is going off, give them a chance to get away. For that one instance, plus during when we're stacking for Taldarum, like if the melee or the range get coned, right? Because we're all stacked up, everyone's going to have that movement speed decrease, and it also applies a dot. So there's really high value mass spells there.
Is there a hardened rage on this boss?
There is, but we will never see it.
Should we have the people for the empowered vortexes just run out
My
like
bad.
People
very,
with
very
too
early?
close resin, get out of the room if you can.
Yeah, that's what I think the idea is. But the first empowered vortex doesn't have a timer, so
Oh, okay.
we just have to. I mean, if we look at logs and see when it's cast, we can kind of predict when it will go out. Let's see.
For some reason, my hero didn't reset.
Yeah, it seems to be the case for everyone. That's fine. We just run it back.
If you're on stage, just run back.
I got an error with my person.
Heroes
Character name, but that already exists. I can't log back in. What do I do?
Copy another character.
Log into another tune, then go back into it.
Okay.
Did I just see that right? There's 7 healing Syndergosa?
Yep. Is that right?
Wow.
I've seen 9 heals.
It's an extremely forgiving enrage time. So it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so what we'll do for this next attempt, the first empowered shock vortex went out at 22 seconds. So we're going to have DKs run out about 20 seconds. I'll try and communicate that. And then melee are following. Basically just run to your spots on the cast timer. DKs, you can greed one of these sets. So it'll be 20 seconds for the first one. I'm assuming they're empowered shock vortexes used at the same time. So 20 seconds for the first one. Second one is 42 seconds, so run out 40. If you have boots, you can greed one of those sets, but make sure you get out in time. Can we get a stone down and just get in the habit of putting stone downs or stones down between poles? We're likely going to need to some people to run back in some of them. The nature of this boss.
What time did you say in logs the first vortex came out?
22 seconds, and the next one came out 42. And that's when the cast began. If you don't need markers, it could be idea to mark the DKs so the other melee can stack accordingly. I mean, the melee shouldn't be stacked on the DKs.
So, something is like fucked.
Can you jump off the boat, bro?
Sorry, what?
You jump off the boat?
You got a meeting coming up?
Oh, is that what it is?
My frame just giving something's fucked with my computer right now. Like no joke, no meme.
Oh, this guy. I
It's
probably have
like
to restart
lag,
them.
but not lag. I don't get it. Looks fine. Never mind.
Were you DI?
People are like teleporting is the issue.
Well, as we'll see how it goes, I guess. Let me check. If it's real bad, I mean, you can always try like restarting between pulls or something, and we just keep going.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna die and restart my computer.
I thought everyone clicked ready, but there's so many buffs missing. There we go.
Sorry, did a feast go down?
There was one.
All right. Well, I was slow. RIP. Are you good?
Mm-hmm.
EKs run out now. See you later. Make sure you get the master spell. Yeah, it's not the same time every pull. First powered vortex going out. Plays out. Palderum. Empowered vortex early. Rain try to stack you can. Who's that boomkin? All right, talk about that, splitters. Just live as long as possible. If you have V-res, put on somebody. Try to survive. Hey, yo.
That didn't work.
Okay, we go again.
So with these kinetic bombs, does it say? How do we know which warlock's putting what pet on which vortex? Or
So
kinetic bomb?
it's difficult. What we tried last time is we had people basically mark their kinetic bombs they're putting one on. We can do that again if you guys feel like it's helpful. I'm not really sure whether it's like the best thing to rely on, because there will be situations where you may mark one and put your pet on one and you need to get another, right? And so it can be a little bit awkward. If you guys would like to be able to put marks on, then you absolutely can. I'll leave that one to your discretion.
So what did I do wrong?
Yeah, so when the big fireball comes out, we want the ball to travel through the big stack clump of players, which, by the way, I think whoever got targeted used boots there, and they did a really good job of cutting it because that you could see it shrink. But by the time when the ball reaches its target, you cannot be near that person because it
Right,
deals
okay.
AoE damage.
It
So
was
sweaters,
me that
you
got targeted.
ran into that and then died.
No, yeah,
I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't use
yeah.
boots. I got fucking shock vortex across the room.
Oh no, that's what it was too.
I was trying to kite it through the group, and I just got
Yeah,
shock vortex.
I was just
Oblivion.
I was just trying to soak
Someone
up
used boots.
some of the shit, but I guess I shouldn't have been that close.
Okay. It would be helpful. Is there any ranged player that feels comfortable being kind of like the stack mark? If nobody feels comfortable, you don't have to do it. Have a stack mark, but it would be nice to kind of have a set location you guys are collapsing on. And then it's nice because you may also get. So there's empowered shock vortex, which we've seen, and then there's also regular shock vortex where the boss will put a swirly just on a random player, and it'll then knock people back after a bit. So if the swirly's on the range group, which I think must have been either it happened near the range group or was on Blinn, right? It'll knock you back and kind of like fuck that group up. So you want to just move slightly out of that if you get targeted. So there's a couple things you have to recognize there. Something else to look out for, I guess.
Assuming we get through the Teldarim empowered phase, are we swapping back no matter what the next one is? Am I going back middle?
I don't know if we can.
Uh,
If it's like if Valinar's empowered, you want to go to the middle. If Kelsat's empowered, it doesn't really matter what we do. We can swap if you want.
Yeah,
I think it's
just
like
wanna
random.
know. Yeah. Yeah, as long as I know what I'm supposed to do, like either you call it or you give me something to do, like by default, right? If
Sure,
you want
sure.
to just call it in the moment, you can also.
Let's
I have a question. So like I'm assigned for the kinetic bomb in the back.
Yeah.
And then when you tell me to stack, so I ran over here, but then I see the ball dropping and I'm like, shit, do I leave the stack to go? So like the kinetic bomb is like always number one priority, right?
Yeah, so there can you does deterrence would work on the flame ball? Does it? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I'm assuming it does.
Okay. Why don't you just hang you don't have to stack up then. You can just hang out on the stage and then if you
Okay.
get flame balled, you deterrence it. So that
Okay,
way you
sure.
can never have to leave.
Just for my clarification, on the stacks, I'm deaths in that
Yeah.
picture.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
just double check.
Yeah. You melee should be able to live if you get only hit by one person. We had a lot decent amount of melee die that time. I imagine people were a little bit too close. So running out is not bad.
Shin, do you want the rogues to take the far positions instead of the DKs? Because
I
we have
like the
sprint and boots. In case we get, because sometimes we'll
Yes.
get two empowered, so then we have two movement abilities for both of them.
I mean, that makes sense. I also like DKs being far though, because them having uptime on the boss doesn't really change their damage profiles as much as it does for the other melee DPS. So like, I don't necessarily think there's a wrong answer there. Let's just keep things as is, and then we can fuck around with it later if we want.
Okay. I'm just trying to look over random, you know.
I mean, that guy hates me right now. I can
Bro,
feel it.
melee swings are my most damage. But that's fine.
Yeah, we've noticed.
Team player, team player, team player.
DKs get out. Sorry, his late call. Worked out though. Okay. Okay, I saw something we can change. Oh, ouch. All right, we go
My
again.
nuts.
I think that was fearsomes. I think that was an entrance room one. Something that's actually a little bit misleading about the picture, squalls and gnarls, you guys can stand a lot closer to Valinar. You don't have to run nearly as far back. So I would,
Yeah, because we're getting clipped from left and right still.
yeah. So like, the picture isn't super accurate. Imagine that's a little bit closer. That should give you the range you need, because you just need to make sure you're 12 yards from the tank. That's the only thing you guys specifically should like look out for.
Alright.
Hey Shin,
Is it-
can we swap 2 of the DKs with 2 of the warriors? Because the warriors can charge back and the DKs
Yeah.
can't. That'll be huge.
All right, same logic as the rogue thing. I mean, we could.
I could do the
DK's
same
I
thing.
don't, I
Can
don't
we
know.
charge?
I don't know if they see.
Sorry, what's
I
up?
don't know.
Multiple people speaking.
I mean, we can sit back there with AMS. Like, it makes sense to DKs to go back.
AMS doesn't stop.
Here's what we do.
it,
After the raid,
physical.
Yeah, it's physical.
we have the DKs and the Warriors duke it out in Gurubashi. And they can decide that way.
I mean,
I don't
honestly,
have a
like
problem
I don't
going
know what
back there.
I don't know what the cooldown is on the empowered shock vortex, but it's not a if I'm tanking that boss, it's not a problem if all the warriors stay in and we all just intercept back in, right? Like, is that like
It also does damage to you, so only
Okay.
a certain number of warriors can eat that damage. Maybe all 3 of you can, or 4 of you can eat it.
I mean, I know I can charge back in as prot every 15 seconds. They can intercept every, what is it, 40 seconds?
30.
30, yeah.
Where's Shin's body?
Empowered shock vortex comes. It's used in 20-second intervals, so you won't have it for the second one then. So it
Okay.
doesn't think it makes sense to plan a strat around that.
Sure.
Listen, if you melee really want those fucking DKs in, you can, and you're adamant on it, you can plan around it. I don't care as long as you're living. That's the important thing.
I just think they'll take less damage than the DKs will. Because charge doesn't give them stacks.
Oh, that's what you're referring to. I mean, then DKs could AMS the stacks. The stacks are negligible. It's gonna do like next to no damage to you. You might have like 7 or 8 stacks by the time you get back, assuming you're efficient with your movement, which is the idea of like, let's get to a point where we're being efficient with our movement. I mean, I guess the charge point is actually pretty valid. I know I was thinking the same thing for Feral Leap as well.
It's more DPS and
Yeah, we
less
can make
damage
it
taken.
make a lot more space for melee if the warriors and feral could like even like come to me or whatever. We could. I don't know how much damage the AOE is, but we can all charge back in instantly.
It's
So.
7k per person.
Tingle, do you have how many soul shards you have?
15.
Okay, it's just every pull from here on out until you run out of soul shards. Can you just always drop a closet?
Yep.
Okay.
So did we confirm what we're doing with melee stacks here, or like what's the?
Okay, I mean, let's do random. You're gonna swap with bits. Your positions, okay? I'm not gonna be able to redraw a picture in time, I don't think. Pencil, you're gonna swap your position with squalls.
I'll take plagues.
Okay, and that's it. If we have deaths though, because people are in the wrong spots, then we're just going back to it.
Do we want to send a sack there too? I mean, people are going to get hit regardless.
Yes, thanks for reminding me. We do want that. So Ravadin, that first empowered shock vortex is going to be your DSAC. Mari, you're going to get the second one. Some of the melee might be out of range for the hit, but it's mainly for the range DPS. If you're still let me know whenever you're good. Ready? Let's go. Get out. Sorry, it's a late call. Better move. Good D-sack, Ravenin. Stopping soon. Taldarum. Shock Vortex on melee spot. Have to move here. Okay. That's actually kind of in range. Range just as you need here.
Range need to be
Powered
spec'd,
Vortex
right?
going out. Ready to run through. Tumble in. I'm down. Okay. We go again here. I think I outranged my healers.
I think that first transition was cleaner though, with the warriors in the back.
And that was a last minute call out too, so that's good, I guess. It's feeling better. I'm fucking squishy as fuck, but feeling better.
How many kinetic bombs are there going to be at one time?
2 to 3. I think we have 3 right now. I don't think you'll ever see more than 3.
Yeah, so how it normally goes,
if we need
or not normally, but one warlock gets each ball, and then one of the warlocks' ball will disappear, and then that person will be looking for the one that spawns, and so you just keep rotating.
They just keep coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there another reason? Is there a reason not to use BOP on the first set on each one of the melee groups that are double stacking? For the wins, if it's physical damage?
No, that could be good use.
If you like pre-bop 3 paladins, pre-bop 3 melees, always set. You never have to change the target on the 3 squishiest. So there's only ever going to be 1 melee taking the damage of 2.
The problem with melee bops is that melee can attack while bopped. So they're probably they might, if they outrange our healers, then we can't really like bop them, and we don't want to ruin their kind of uptime.
But there's no enrage on the boss, right? Or no enrage we're going to hit, technically?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
That's fair.
know how often you're going to be seeing that, like what the timing looks like on that, but if you triple bop 3 melee and 1 of each of the 2 stacked groups, then I don't know if you're going to have it back up again for the second round of spreads. Probably not, but
I actually let's fucking try that. I like the I'm curious if the knockback will, if somebody's bopped, if they will knock somebody else on a stack. I'm not really sure how that interaction will work. So sure. I will bop Plague on that first set. I'll make us some assignments here. Just to, I want to see what this looks like. So bop.
Boop.
You're gonna get random a bunch of our DKs. You and I can wait until the vortex when they're running out because we're gonna be close enough, and then I'll assign Mari. I want you hitting. It'll be pencil, and you might have to hit yours a bit early depending on range. I'm not sure if you'll be able to range him. Who is pencil? True. Ricky Cockers.
can the 2 melee that are in the middle attacking like the boss that's currently, or I guess Valinar would be the only time this applies, but the 2 melee that are in range of Valinar, would they ever knock the tank back, or is that never a worry?
I get knocked sometimes.
Would it be
Don't worry,
worth it to
don't worry about
double
it.
bop? I was gonna say double bop the middle melee group.
You don't have to worry about me getting knocked. If you're concerned about the DPS taking an extra knock damage, then maybe. But like the knock on me does nothing.
You chart. Yeah, you chart. Okay.
That's fair. I'm curious to see how the interaction works with like if bot prevents the non-bot person that's stacked on them from getting knocked back. So let's just see what this looks like for this pool. If it prevents them from getting knocked back, I think we're fine just single bopping. Also, I said I was gonna get Pally Power, and that was cap.
Hey, Aya, with Teldoram, can you line him up with the middle boss as well? I noticed when we ran back because you were further back.
I'm not on Tal'Daram.
I'm Teldoram. Yeah.
Oh, good. You, sorry. Sorry,
Yeah.
Shin.
You want me to line him up with?
With the middle, wherever Dets has that boss, if you line it up with that, it makes it easier for where the melee are going.
Yeah. I dragged the boss back too far last time. I thought there was a shock vortex in melee, so I moved, but it was a bad move.
Yeah, because then you got hit by one. Because we had to run close to you.
So for Tal'Daram, is the range stack just like dead center of the room, I guess?
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
We will get knocked back at some point, so we have to regroup.
Yeah, for sure.
Ideally, you can avoid getting knocked back if you recognize the thing that's down and then move out accordingly. By the way, Blinn, can you Earth Shield me?
Yep.
Thanks, homie.
Shin, you won't have Soul Stone, by the way.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's on CD.
Good D-Sac, Ravidin. Shock Vortex.
We're slowed.
Mari, get that D-Sac, good. Alright, bring this guy over. Niles, can you pick up... You're dead.
Guys, stop killing Dark Nucleuses, please.
Empowered
Range, get the
Vortex coming
middle.
out. Just plays out. We're kind of blowing people. Good job on that, Vortex.
Range, you
Okay.
guys got to get back to middle and stack this phase. When we're on Tal'Daram, we have to be stacked.
Yeah. What's I here? I actually recognize something that can make Glittering Sparks easier. So, Rem, Glittering Sparks has there's a timer on Foji's thing for Glittering Sparks, so you can kind of anticipate when it's going to go out. Really important we look for that second set there.
I've gotten the first orb every single time. It's not deterministic, is it?
No. That's just coincidence. Kind of cool. Blinn's getting roasted.
Lowest
cool.
gear
It was
score in
fine that
raid.
time.
Yeah.
I didn't see. Did the bop work?
Oh, I forgot to bop. That's good.
Did anyone bop?
I got bopped. It was pretty fun.
Did it work?
I don't know what it was for.
To avoid the knockback.
Did you get knocked back, basically?
Yes, I got knocked back.
Okay, so it doesn't prevent the
Okay,
knockback.
doesn't avoid.
So the slow went out both times before the winds happened, right? The shock vortexes happened. Is
Yeah.
that consistent?
Um,
Like, does the slow go out like X amount of seconds before the shock vortex goes out? So can you just stare at your debuffs until the slow goes out and then immediately start moving once the slow hits?
let's see. I'm not sure.
Because if so, that gives you like a red flag to get out, right?
True. That's a good point. It definitely does seem like it goes out right before. At least using that last pull as an example, Sparks went out at 16 seconds, and then Empowered Vortex was casted at 20. And then Glittering Sparks went out at like 40 seconds, and Empowered Vortex was casted at 42. So if melee get... Empowered Vortex doesn't seem to come out consistently at the same time, which is a little annoying, but just if you get the slow thing, GTFO. We'll do one more pull here, and if we just die really fast, Zap will have you swap to Resto. Sorry, ignore that. Robin, you good?
He had to like take his dog out or something.
Okay. Back. All right, let's go.
He secretly had to take a shit. It's all good.
Full timer's
Took a
real.
quick one.
Glittering Sparks coming off CD in 2 seconds.
Sweaters, can you back up a little bit?
Power Shock Vortex, get out.
If you didn't pre-bop your targets for that first one, do it on the second.
Roger. Glittering Sparks off cooldown. Ooh, missed a recover.
What
Stop
was
moving.
that?
Pre-bop
Powered
now.
Vortex out. Played out. It's too many dead. Let's go again.
That's my fault. It's like the orb was so goddamn.
Sort of a minor annoyance here. Every once in a while, some DPS are hitting the Dark Nucleus. I don't know if it's like, shit like Chain Lightning or whatever, but just try to
I don't think Chain
not
Lightning
hit
would
them.
pull it unless you targeted it directly. So
One was on me running to Shindiggity. I don't know what happened.
That might have been Hammer the Righteous. That does pull it off. I will try to be mindful of not pressing that.
No. Shindiggity, the
Oh, never mind.
shaman.
Okay.
oh, at the end there, when we were wiping.
Nope.
Well, I didn't press any damage spells, so I did 0 damage. I meleeed at the end when we were wiping, but other than that.
It might not have actually been on you. It was like running over you. It might have been someone behind you or some shit. I don't know.
I ended up meleeing it just because we were wiping. And it
No,
was
this
on me.
was like I think we had one death when it was like the second nucleus that was up.
Might have been healer threat because nobody attacked it.
You
That's
only
possible.
pull it by hitting it.
Well, it goes on somebody, right?
When it spawns in, it will target somebody. So if it...
No. It was on me. I hit it and it was on me. And then it went towards someone else.
Oh, I don't know that.
It's really weird.
I thought we figured out last PTR that that certain AoE abilities do hit it, like Chain Lightning. Not most of them don't, but I think Chain Lightning was one of them because we had an Ellie Shaman last time. And then if it's aggro, then you can get healing threat.
It's kind of it's literally not a huge deal. I just run over and grab it again, but it's just a minor thing.
Kinetic Bomb that time. Back of the room. Base. Talk to me. How was that one?
Oh, it was just too far, and then I was running over. I sent my pet over, just thinking. So it was like in the far corner.
Yeah, you're talking about
Where's?
Because you're talking about over here, right? On ping.
Yeah.
That should be Perry's.
Perry isn't assigned to one right now. That would be Tingle's then.
Oh.
I mean, we can. Perry has a pet. Perry can be on them too. Honestly,
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
like.
just fucking put all 5. We have 5 pet classes. We could do it. So
No, it's just like my pet spirit was on cooldown, so they're cooldown.
Yeah, I just think it's a lot to ask, especially when you're on the opposite side of the room, because those things drop so fast. If you
I mean,
like don't pay attention.
we have 4 people with pet classes that are covering like 4 sections of the room. I don't think you can ask for much easier of a task. Now you're gonna get lineups where you have 2 spawn on your side. Again, if that happens, you just have to manually cover it until somebody else's pet can like cover for you type deal. That's at least the way I'm kind of looking at it. Now, once all your pets are out, and like, I mean, kind of you said, once your thing despawns, you're looking for another one. Sure, there's the case that one can spawn on the other side of the room. That's super valid. But again, if that happens, then the person that has that orb needs to look out for it until your pet gets there. That's kind of my take. All right. All right, Zapsky's healing now. We have shitty Wind Fury, RIP melee, but more healers. Amen. Glittering Sparks any second now. Do you get out early melee? Or get a late one on this? It's just the way it is.
My revenge is hitting these nucleuses, I just noticed.
Empowered Vortex, get out.
Yeah, I can't. There's just stuck on that fucking DK. I can't.
That was actually a really good set.
One behind
Swap,
you,
it's on
Dave.
Kelseth.
We're
He kills
totally
an Ire.
fucked.
Turbo heals Ire.
I have
Paint
one
sub Ire.
fucking nucleus.
Rem? Now let's pick up Debts. I'll try and grab your boy.
Watch thread. I solved.
I have both for fine.
There's
I got him.
two
I got him.
Connect bombs on the side.
Someone can shoot me a dark nucleus from the back. That'd be great.
Outside the room.
So can you bring that dark nucleus behind you to Ire?
I'm dead.
Okay, let's go again.
That was just brutal RNG at the start for me. I had like no nucleuses near me, and then they kept sticking to the melee because of cleave.
Do so in a lineup like that, when is it just like there aren't enough spawning or none spawning
So
near you?
there was enough spawn. So there was like 3 or 4 up, and that's usually I can usually run around and get them.
Yeah.
But there were 2 that just kept running back to the melee. Like I would run up and hit it and try to drag it out, but as I'm dragging it out, the melee cleave's hitting it, and it's just going right back to them.
All right.
So I can't like get out.
I don't know if it was my thing aggroing them or the revenge cleaves.
No, it wasn't on you. It was on the DPS.
Let's see who it was. Let's figure it out.
I noticed my revenge was cleaving them. I don't know if I was the one that aggroed them initially. But I never single targeted them, obviously.
Based plague, death sweaters, bits, parry, goody, shin, rock. Like,
I mean, I hit
now a
it
lot of that would have
when
been cleave in once you're on the once you're actually on Kelseth.
I didn't hit it
Well,
until I was asked to bring one. So
yeah, that's fine.
So does your fine.
Yeah, same.
They don't get hit by cleave until they get hit by something else.
One just kept. There was a decad. It had to have been plague because there was just one that was like
Yeah.
would not leave plague.
it looks
Yeah,
like
but what?
it looks like Plague accidentally death coiled it and maybe had his pet on it or something.
Yeah, I think I tabbed an icy touch to it once, trying to Do something. Try to tab to another target.
What are you tabbing?
It can
to?
be. I will say, as a melee, like when you're swapping two kill set, it can be like there's a ton of nameplates. Just make sure you're hitting the right one. Like that, I've been guilty of that before, so I'm just saying it now.
No,
But
I mean
definitely-
this is all like once it was already on Kelseth, a couple spawned in it, and that was okay. The annoying part was when it was still on Valnar, and I just couldn't get any fucking orbs because they kept ripping back to melee. Normally they don't spawn in that area; they spawn around the edge, and it's like a non-issue. But like 3 of them spawned in the middle. It was just brutal that time. It was honestly like the worst time for orbs. They usually have like 4 or 5 by the time there's the first whatever swap.
Okay, so I pull up a log here of dark nucleus damage. There was an explosive shot on one, revenge, kill shot. So base looks like we hit them a couple times. There was a pet that hit one. Perry's pet hit one.
That would be my cleave.
Yeah.
So if I'm
Oh, that's
understanding
fair.
this
Okay.
correctly, right? Like once someone hits it, then all the cleave hits it, right? But until a cleave hits it, no cleave hits it, right?
No,
Until,
no, it doesn't work like that. You have to single target hit it for it to swap to you. Cleave won't.
but
Cleave and AoE won't hit it aside from select abilities like Hammer of the Righteous. It will. That's like
Yeah.
one exception, or Heart Strike, but we don't have any Heart Striking DKs. So
yeah, so revenge is a cleave that hits it, but
sorry, Jets. I just want to go in here.
Okay.
Base, just to clarify, so we don't want to hit the dark nuclei, but we do want to hit the kinetic bombs. Make sure we don't get those confused.
Yeah, I think it's when I'm switching targets, I accidentally click on them.
Okay, cool. It's all good. Run it back. Keliseth is the easier one once Tank can get enough orbs. So
By the way, bringing it over is especially when it's on Kelseth. Bringing them over really helps. Just make sure you're not running up before you see it go to me, because it's just gonna follow you back out.
I'm gonna loosely Woody and Sweaters. I want you two to, if when Kelseth gets empowered, if there are nuclei on the far side of the room, I want you two to be assigned to like bringing them in, but only do so on your like movement stacks, right? Don't just like kill yourself trying to bring to the boss.
I can pick up a bunch boots and block off all the movement stacks.
And then you don't have block for the empowered flame orb, but sure.
Yeah, but I think that's less of a priority probably.
Don't worry, I get it every time.
True.
Don't crowd the middle range DPS. Easier to be in position at the start than it is to move later.
So you know that one shouldn't have. Left
Yeah, that was mine. Yeah. Empowered Shock Vortex is an early one. Rem, I really need you looking for those dispels and the glittering sparks. We're having them sit on people for quite a long time. It's red. Sorry, late calls. Okay, Taldarum. Now let's pick up random. Sorry, readjusting here. Double connect balls.
Range, get
on
in
side of
middle.
room. Be mindful.
Shield wall.
Yeah, my cooldown is still down from last fight.
Ardent. This is empowered one again. Watch it. It's on Numi. Numi, you're just gonna die, and Snake Eyes will be res you.
I got pushed away.
Yeah, it's fine. It's on Keliseth. Big heals on Irt.
I have 5 right now. Bring any to me if you can.
You should be chilling. Try to move to the center of the room when you can.
Yeah, I have 12
just as
stacks.
easier for the rest of the people. That's you can move. You're fine. Those stacks do nothing to you.
I died.
Okay, taunting.
No, I'm dead. I'm alive now.
Okay, taunt back. Please taunt back or I'm dead. Good.
Try not to cleave these nucleus.
Let's reposition your ad to the middle when you can. Watch the vortexes.
I'm gonna die again here.
Bomb towards back.
Yeah, bomb towards back falling.
I got it. Okay, it's on Balnar, back to the middle. Can we sorry? Can you hit basic god make the chance?
Sorry.
I got no cooldown
Pick
too.
up base god.
Range, spread back out to your spots now.
Yep. Vortex spread. Okay. Keep going. Fuck it. All the melee are dead. Who needs melee? Nars, you said you don't have a B-res, right?
No.
Oh, I'm dead now. Okay, let's just go again. So we need to. So on that second tank set, Debts, you want to try and go back to the same spot we started the fight with. So I think we were a little bit more forward that time. And then we need melee to get out preemptively. And that's tough because it's not as consistent timer, but we also don't need the damage. So I think I'm just gonna try and call early every time. Camp position right. MDs on time is really hard.
So what happened there at the beginning? Shit, did you just hit the fucking orb or like?
I just press right,
Okay.
right, just hammer and it bounced to it, and I hit
Gotcha,
it.
gotcha.
So that's why I just have to avoid pressing at certain times.
Gotcha.
I have confirmed that they will target healers if nobody hits them.
Yeah, they'll target someone randomly when they spawn, but just someone has to like hit them first, and then it won't happen.
That was also a pretty good pull, actually. We were
Yeah, the
pretty
Kelso
healthy
part
up
was
until
pretty
the
good
second.
because I had like a million of those.
That's Brock, baby.
So wait, so
It's
when it's
35%, but it. Sorry, go ahead.
when it swaps back to Valinar, after we go through the rotation of the 3, when it swaps back to Valinar, is everybody just going to their shock vortex places as if they were spawning immediately, like right off the bat, or are we all collapsing into Valinar and then spreading out once the shock vortex happens? You know what I mean?
We need to pre-spread out.
Okay, so like the moment it swaps back, everyone's pre-spread.
Yeah. You can't just like bait the vortex on one spot and then run away from it.
Yeah.
The vortexes act differently. So like in Power Shock Vortex, it doesn't leave shit on the floor. It just knocks you back at your current position. The regular vortex, it puts a little swirly, which then expands into a vortex, which you can effectively avoid, but only targets one person.
Yeah.
And that just persists throughout the fight.
So for when we're on Keliseth, do we break up the Taldaram stack? Like, do we need to soft spread back for Keliseth, or did that matter? It seemed like it didn't matter because all the range were still in there.
Yeah, so Keliseth does not matter. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But it's good to kind of be in between the two so that you have less movement to do when it swaps back to one of them. Because I think it's random.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it can go back to either Taldaram or Valinar. And so you kind of want to be able to, like, on your debuff timing, get to kind of a hybrid spot that's between the stack and your position.
Yeah, for sure.
So Keliseth's Empower is really only for the tank, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's just a tank thing.
That's a tank and spank for
That's why
everybody
I
else.
have to get those balls because it makes me like
Right. Yeah.
stacks my resist. By the way,
Yep.
it's 35% per, right? So I really only need 4 max.
Yeah, it's 35%. It's multiplicative, so you lose. Like I think anything beyond 6, you're just taking more damage to the.
Oh, it doesn't just stack
nuclei.
35 plus 35 plus 35.
No,
it's
yeah.
just-
So
on the second one,
hovering around 5 is like a good number.
If you have less, if you have 2 or less, you're gonna get smoked. You need at least 3 and 4 ideally.
I think I
minimum.
had 6 at one point there during the actual phase, but
so the second time, the reason that the ad got to the right is because I died right in the middle. I don't know what the issue is with that.
You just got 2 autos and died in 2 seconds.
Yeah. And then I soul stone and then tried to bring it back, but I was having trouble with threat trying to bring it back.
You can taunt them.
Yeah, I did. It's one.
Yeah, what do you please do?
All right, well done.
And then fearsome. I don't hate the idea. Just the successful kills of this boss that I've seen. The pets are leading more on the positioning of the warlocks than they are with numbered assignments. And just I think it's a good idea, so I'll mention it. Pearson was suggesting that we have warlocks get like certain numbered assignments. So like Numi gets orb 1, Tango gets orb 2, Fearsome gets orb 3, and then you guys just alternate. Like that maybe could work. Just the successful kills of this boss I've seen haven't implemented something like that.
Still a lot of travel time for the pet.
Yeah, I feel like
I
you'd have
think-
to at least split the room and do like one on each side or something.
I think the assumption is that all the pets are on the boss and they run to kind of their spots. But I think it's better that you probably just don't have your pet attack in case one spawns near you. But anyways, let's go.
Okay, that one went all the way to you from so far
That
away, Shin.
yeah, that was
Spread,
Empowered
spread.
Vortex spread.
Range, watch out. We backed up a little bit.
Melee pre-spread now.
Range
it's on
stack
tower.
middle. Range stack middle.
Watch the connect bomb. Good. It's on pet. Fine. This is actually good positioning. It's on toxic. Get
Toxic
out. You
from
can
back.
disperse. Haunted.
Gotta get out further than that.
Big heals on me.
I don't have a soul stone.
Gnarls pick up debts now.
I'm all the way in the back of the room.
Have to move. Shock Vortex. Just pop whenever you can. Not gonna live much longer.
Range, get ready to run. One person. Toxic again, go.
Get back.
Range,
There's
move
two
away from
bombs
it.
on the left side. Two bombs on the left side. Oh no.
Okay, it's on
Range, start
Kelsmith.
pre-spreading a little bit. Loose spread back to your positions. Range.
I'm dead again.
Spreaders pick up debts when you can. Chin Pal needs Jesus.
My cooldown. Oh, we're dead.
Okay, we go in.
Dude, that fucking orb went to you from across the fucking room. What the fuck happened?
That it did go away. I didn't think I saw any orbs, so I pressed Hammer the Righteous, but it came. It came.
It was
fucking
so
hungry.
far. Like it was like at least 20 fucking yards away from you. I don't understand. So stupid. I don't get it. I have no
Range,
idea why that orb went to.
range. It seems like the flame orb can be kind of tight. So when someone gets targeted for it, like Toxic got it twice there. When Toxic starts running backwards, everybody else run just a little bit forwards, just so you don't get clipped. Because if that person's slow or has shit mobility, then like even by a second, if they're slow, then there's a good chance that you're gonna get clipped by it.
Yeah, so it's been pretty hard to call things out when we've had debts like fall over the past couple polls. So,
Yeah, Soulstone didn't reset again, but it's a minute now.
Yeah, my res didn't either.
I love that for Prog. That's always good.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah, I have 1 minute on res.
Has it been resetting on Blood Council at all?
Here's some. Can you drop a stone?
Dude, I'm watching the VOD. Like you did nothing and it just turned and went to you. What the fuck?
I mean, it might go to me right away because I'm technically like healing
No,
a little bit.
it was like it spawned. It was on me, and then went to you. I don't understand. It's so fucking crazy. The healing threat shouldn't matter. It's whoever hits it.
Just like if nobody hits it though, the moment it spawns, it will go on
No, but
someone.
what I'm saying is you should watch the VOD back. It's
I hear what you're saying.
spawns,
Yeah.
it goes to me, and then it just ran to you out of nowhere. I have no idea why.
What is? Okay, Mari's beaconing debts. Rob's beaconing me. Or why is Valnar hitting like a fucking truck?
He just hits hard, man.
Dude, Debts is getting auto attacked for like my entire health bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if you could? That'd be awesome.
All right.
Zap, who are you earth shielding? That's okay. I can't think of any way to help him live a little bit better. We could loosely actually something that might be meaningful here is inspiration assigns, kind of. Why don't we have Blin, you're earth shielding me. Maybe see if you can maintain ancestral fortitude on me, and then Zap try to maintain on debts. It's like 10% armor or something.
Yeah, it's easy enough.
Okay. So
We need sync.
I'm gonna extend. Good call.
Thus.
Yeah, if we have it lust. Melee pre-spread now. See you later.
That was so good. Oh my god.
That was very good. All right, next spread is in 2 seconds. Melee spread now. See you later.
2 kinetic bombs on the right.
Range to the
Alderan,
middle.
get back
Range
in.
stack mid. First fire orb range. Get ready. Snake eyes go.
Good job, ranged.
Melee need to move. Oh.
It's fine. We readjust. Range, you might have to move a little bit closer. It's all right. And last one, empowered, going out.
Flame orb. Get ready. Ranged. Snake eyes again. Go.
And it's on Kelseth. Big ire heals. And we're loose. Everything's chilling here. Just big heals and ire.
Yeah. Loose spread like normal.
Bring that dark nucleus to me, if you can.
If you have a lot of stacks, just use a Hellstone.
I'm dead.
Can we pick up ire maybe?
Ooh.
Oh, bro, that pull is so good. Holy shit.
That knockback on the range really fucked everything.
Yeah.
Like the
During-
positioning of all of us got screwed.
During Kelseth or?
No, during like the end of Tal'Daram, we got like a shock vortex right in the middle that knocked all the range to the sides of the rooms.
I'm gonna let's see what's not being used. I'm gonna mark you, Woody, and hopefully, if you can identify the vortex, you can like move out and people can follow you.
Is there a time on the vortex? Like, do we have time to actually get out of it, or is it instant on like one player?
You have time. I think it spawns after like 2 seconds or so. It's pretty fast though.
So does the boss that's gonna does the boss target the person that's gonna get the vortex?
It's not a casted ability. I think
No.
it is used on somebody, and at least
You-
Foji, the
Yeah.
Foji pack that we have says who gets targeted. If you don't have that, I mean, then you won't know.
Also, with the Foji WeCore, it also shows like a little circle timer in the middle of your screen when it's gonna happen. And I just kind of like look around every time that timer pops up and see if it's near me.
Yeah, my Foji always says it's on me, but it's not. But when it says that, then you can see the big white
I'm getting
swirly
it right now.
vortex. It's
Okay. It's just in our Discord. You can pick it up.
Yeah, how the fuck do I get that?
You have to type in the password. It's in the
Oh, I see.
rating. Yeah.
for me the vortex on you thing isn't working, but when I see it, I can look around and see where the vortex is, and it's like
Right.
more than 2 seconds. It's like I don't know, maybe in 3 or 4 seconds.
I think the circle thing that appears on your screen only appears if it's like somebody near you. That's kind of the impression I get.
Are the timers for the
I
vortex
was
correct on bigwigs?
I'm not sure.
I was seeing it even when it wasn't near me.
Okay, I could be wrong about that.
I've seen it like maybe 20 or 25 yards away. I don't know what the range is, but I've seen it not near enough to me that I don't think it would hit me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, we have time for probably like one more, maybe two more pulls. So just do what we can. I actually feel like I'm feeling a lot better about this fight now. He's done some good stuff. So
Just want to put out there. Oh, you need to repair, Shin.
My
I will
God,
do
this
that.
is the biggest weak aura pack I've ever seen.
It's hefty.
Fucking huge.
Also, I was gonna put out there. I fucking hate Kelseth so much. God, I fucking hate this fucking mob.
Base, let me know when you're ready.
I'm good.
And then Woody, let me know when you're good with that, Bikora.
I'm good. I'm good.
Range, don't push up so much. We always have to adjust up to the first vortex. Just be maximum range if you're in the back.
Melee, see you later.
Knocked by range.
Melee, see you later. Go for a run.
Range to the middle.
It's still empowered. Stay spread. Stay spread.
Oh.
And come back.
Now to the middle. Orb incoming range. Base.
It's base deterrence.
You fan it?
Oh, no
I
way.
think guys pick up base. Somebody watch this
Bomb
orb
went
on the
off.
side circle. Oh.
Yep.
Can recover.
Oh.
Maybe.
That's the let's go again. We'll do one more pull. Fast pull. Fast white, fast pull. Alright, so that's deterrence. Also interesting. I didn't know he would still. When the transition happened there, I saw the cast timer kept going, and I was like, stay spread, stay spread. And he finished. So that can happen. Interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. Does he start the cast but swaps the empowerment of the boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fucked, my God.
I can get your base.
All right, quick buff up, quick pull. See how well we can do. Put it all together, and we'll call it for all of PTR.
About 10 minutes.
I mean, I'm down for 10 men, but that's it for 25. Any Warlock enjoyers?
No.
Disgusting.
To be fair, if I was Warlock, I would be pressing Stone either. I hate that button.
Dude, Stone to me is like Bear to Gnarls. Not my bar.
So you never do it, huh?
Amen.
So you're gonna see like a threat meter.
Wait, Shin, what mark isn't being used?
What mark is what? Sorry.
Not being used.
The Warlocks are using marks too, by the way.
Right.
That's yeah. So Skull and X are being used by DVM. I don't know what the Warlock's using. We have
I'm
Moon,
using Circle.
Moon Circle. I think Fear's using Diamond. I don't know if Base is using one. Do you Star maybe?
Alright.
Let's go.
Can we re-lost if we can?
Melee pre-spreads. Sorry, late call. Looks like we're lucky though.
Yep. Fuck.
No.
Got it.
Ramiro
Nice
will
melee.
boost the tank.
Melee pre-spread. See you later. Okay, swap back. No spread. Get back. Held down.
Range to middle. Range to middle.
One
On
back
that
right
smoke
corner.
flare. Range orb incoming. Get ready.
I move.
Toxic go. Toxic go. Range move up.
Slight adjust range. Sorry about that. Turning boss here.
Sorry, that was Yushin.
Oh.
That was a bomb.
Live forever. Orb.
One far.
Another one landed.
All right. It's GG's. GG's.